dressed up for the occasion. It's fun to dress up and be in the woods. Oh my gosh. I have got some news, guys. My brain is going like this. I will. I won't. Yes. No. Maybe. Decisions, decisions. Choices, choices. Yes. Pros and cons. Oh my gosh. The good, the bad, the indifferent. Oh my. Oh my. What could be so difficult? It's not. It's not difficult. And the clue is the backdrop. Hope you hear Serene and Simple Life. Whew. It just doesn't get any simpler than this. It could be a little bit more serene. A little more serene. Not the day. Not this beautiful view. But serene up here in what I'm currently doing. Many of you I know who are watching went on the infamous land journey with me. And was that a journey? Tell me about it. I went out 2 different times in Tennessee on power trips. They lasted, the first one was a couple months, the second one was like 2 to 3 weeks. Power tripping. I'm not on a power trip. Power tripping to look for land to buy. I'd be remiss not to give you the backdrop here before I give you the news. And many of you know that I did shows that I would absolutely never wanted to rent again. Well, you know, they say never, right? And I gave you my top 10 reasons why I changed my mind and why I was all in to lease. And after looking for land and many, many stumbling blocks, you know, everything from location to bottom line was financially. I absolutely wanted to pay cash, as I did for this home, and I didn't have it in the account to buy land and then to develop it. And many places I looked were remote. You know, you can go back in the playlists and revisit my, you know, top 10 reasons to lease instead of buy land, and why I did probably top 10 reasons why I was going to buy land and never lease. That's where the yes, no, maybe choices, decisions, all, you know, the pros and cons and all that comes in. I did shows on all of it. Well, after living here for just about 3/4 of a year now, but this has been on my mind way before. If I were to be honest, I would say pretty near when I moved in, that I still don't want to lease. There's the news, guys. And I want to buy land. I absolutely want to buy land. Now I know I have shared with you little smileys about maybe selling this place, going back on the road. You probably were thinking, well, she's going to sell this place and become a nomad. Again, full time. No. I am quite content here, as I mentioned in a video a couple months ago when I did an April Fool's spoof on you. I hope y'all are still with me on that little prank I pulled. But I want to, I'm still content, but I want to be owning my own land. And I have notes, and I am probably within the next week or two, maybe a month, I'm not sure when exactly I'll be posting this, I am going to go out and look for land to own. I have been saving more dollars here, leasing, and I want complete serenity. And complete serenity is going to happen for me when I don't have to be concerned about rent. I called it leasing, just to try to make myself feel better, leasing over renting. Renting is like renting an apartment, so now I'm leasing land. Yeah, the clue back here is the land, if you haven't figured that out already. But I have decided that my complete serenity will come when I no longer have to worry about leasing. Now, probably repeating myself here. It's an emotional topic, because I looked long and hard for land and thought I was gonna do it, and then stumbled upon this beautiful place. And I do believe it absolutely is a gift from God. It's been a transition period. It's been a season of renewal for me, refreshing, a landing zone, always what I wanted. And I am finding myself to be quite content to be stationary. Do I have the gypsy soul blood running through me? Of course. Do I want to get back on the road and travel while I am able to, health-wise and otherwise? Yes. And I feel like that is going to come to fruition, and I'll be able to do more of go, see, do. Even if the gas prices don't come down much, hopefully they are coming down. But I won't be putting money into leasing, and I'll be able to do my go, see, do. So quickly here, well, I don't know about how quickly, but I wrote my top 5 whys of why I want to go and buy land now. I am going to share with you, in case this doesn't happen, this is a goal for me. It's a plan. I've been prayerfully, asking the Lord. So in my mind, I am 99.9% sure I will buy land, and I will have land by the end of the year. Do I know that for a fact? Of course not. They say God is busy laughing while we're busy making plans. Will I be content here if I don't get land? Absolutely. I can stay here. But I am going to go on the journey to a new place and see what opportunities are there and revisit this idea of buying land that has never left me. I do believe it is thoughts from the Lord, and He does want to fulfill the desires of our heart. So I'm going to go out. It's going to be my go, see, do adventure, and hopefully I will find a little plot of land and live happily ever after while I go, see, do. Okay, the top 5, financial. already have mentioned that to you. The bottom line is I don't want to live just to barely make ends meet. Okay? My parents had to live like that when they had a mortgage payment. I remember the day they burned the mortgage. My mom and dad were freed up to be able to go see do because they didn't have that mortgage hanging over their head. They paid it off early, and they did good. They did good. I don't want to live the rest of my days just to barely make ends meet. And if I don't continue working as I am now, that's where I'll be with my Social Security. Number 2, for my future, already mentioned it, serenity, security, and peace of mind. That is going to bring me the serenity, the 100% serenity. There will be rent lease hikes. They are in the lease that in the 3rd and the 5th year of living here, he can raise the rent. I think it's 5%, I'm not sure. Whatever it is, the rent I'm paying now, I will not be paying in 3 years. And who knows where it'll go from there. Number 3, I'm going back to my first love. I pretty much gave you all of this in a nutshell before I even got started on my top 5 here. Imagine that. Go see do. It's going to give me that being able to go see do and not have to think, oh my gosh, I really shouldn't spend money on gas because I do have my lease payment. It's just going to give me more in my wallet. And back to the financial, you know, I've crunched the numbers. I'm 64 now. If I live another 10 years, my mom lived till she was 81, dad 80. 10 years times the money I'm spending here on leasing, I will have spent more than buying land and having it developed. Now, I've already been through the whole gamut for those of you who are new. I know the cost of putting in septic. I know the cost of clearing the land. I'm not naive to that, let's say. This home is a beautiful investment, and perhaps it will be a nice little profit to help me to buy land. So to me, that is a godsend. That is a stepping stone that God had designed for me to be here and lease, save money, sell this home, rebuild, and I'll be able to afford land. So that's really personal. I'm sharing with you some really personal stuff here. Okay, number 4, just kind of fun, is it will be an investment to pass on. I'd like to think that I have something to pass on to my children, even if they don't want this home or if they don't want the land, that they could sell it and maybe it'll help them out down the road. I'm getting emotional because we struggled, and as a single parent, you know, they had to pay for their own selves to go through to college. You know, you hear some people talk, they're saving for their kids for college. I didn't do that. I could have saved more than I did. I lived more in the moment. I lived more with big picture thinking that I was going to be making more money than I did as far as real estate and my creative memories business. And I didn't put away money. And yes, I know that gives you fortitude and strength and all those good things when you have to do things yourself. But still, as a parent, you like to be able to help your kids out. And maybe what I couldn't help them out with in the past, I'll be able to help them out with in the future by having a little investment here. And then lastly, spiritual growth. I'm experiencing spiritual growth here now, but I think until the day we die and meet our Heavenly Father, we will continue to grow. I believe He continues to tweak us to be more like Jesus. And I'm having growth here now, but I believe that when I am on a place of my own, and it almost is going to be like, I don't want to use the word force, but I haven't thought of it. It's going to give me more desire. How about that? To go, see, do, to be with people, to share, to grow. Where here in this community, I don't know if it's the state of the country, the prices of gas, or just me, myself, getting older. But I am finding myself more and more content to just stay here and be stationary. And I don't need to go anywhere. And that wasn't like me in the past. Not even the nomad past. I'm talking always. I always wanted to go, 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 go. And I think if I'm living on a plot of land where there's not really close by neighbors, and it's more, I don't want to say remote because I'm still not going to go for remote, but if I'm out there where it's not that community and that comfortable feeling, that it will push me out of this comfort zone that I'm now experiencing in Rocky Pine Retreat. I did it on, April 1st when I did that show and told you how happy I am and content I am here and blessed. That feeling of wood and that feeling of bringing nature inside. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with just staying at home. But I feel like I'm going to spiritually mature and grow more if I go more into at least a part-time nomad life. How about that? And I knew out of the gate when I moved in here that leasing was going to kind of halt me from going as much as I wanted to go, if that makes any sense at all. I think I shared with you, lease gas money, lease gas money. So, I guess, that about sums it up, believe it or not. This is serene, this is simple, this is beautiful, and I couldn't be more grateful. But I am going to go on a journey. As far as I know, God may have different plans, and I am going to go look for land. And at that point, I will be putting Rocky Pine, after I get land, I will be putting Rocky Pine Retreat up for sale on this property. The owner said, Linda, if you're going to sell it on the property, because then you don't have the setup fees. It's already here. I've got $1 million view. Sell the whole package, and then I will order a new tiny home. If you are interested in this tiny home, email me, linda@sayitdisplayit.com. If I don't get back to you, email me again. I try to get back to people within a couple days. If I get flooded with emails, it takes me a little longer. But also, I answer you, and you've got to look in your trash and your spam, because I don't know if you'll get it or not. But if you are interested, I am not going to put prices out there right now. I am going to wait till I have land and then give a price. But yeah, in the meantime, you can always look on Hilltop Structures and find prices yourself. And then I have quite an investment in here with all the appliances and the setup and the whole 9 yards. So that's it, guys. That is all I've got for today with this news, special news to me. And I appreciate all of you who have been with me on this journey, and all of you who will continue to be with me on this journey. Looking for land, don't know how much of that I will film for safety's sake. but I will definitely start to film the build of a new cabin if that be God's will. They are right now 8 to 12 months out, so I think that this will probably sell pretty quick for people who don't want to wait that long, right? Alrighty. Thank you. If you're not already, please subscribe, click the bell, share with your friends this channel. It helps the channel to grow, and it helps to bless other people, you being a catalyst for change and making a difference in other people's lives. And then you'll be able to stay tuned as I go on another nomad journey, if this all comes to fruition the way I am planning, anticipating, hoping, and of course giving God all the glory. Love you guys.